Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Make It Monday. Today is July 7th, 2025, and I have a couple of, they're simple cards, and I hope they go together very quickly, but they're really cute. And so I'll show you what we're going to make. Let's see. I have two options using the paper that I have here, and then I also have... Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. Let me change that. Oh, no. There you go. All right. So we have these two options with the same paper you can use either side to make the card. And then I have this card. They're super easy, just a minimal amount of stamping. And so hopefully you will enjoy today's card or two cards for my Make It Monday. And like I said, it's super easy, just a little bit of stamping, and then all the rest is just layering and putting it together. So I'm hoping to have this done in under a half an hour, but we'll see how that goes, because a lot of times I think, oh, this will be really fast for me, and it's just not. So hopefully everything will work out where it's quick, easy, all those types of things. And so let's get started with the cards. All right, so like I said, on these here, this is the back of this piece. This is the back of this piece. And so I don't know which one I'm going to make today. I think they're both really cute. I like the boldness of them. But I think I might make this one again today and give, today's my in-person day. And so I want to give them the option of either side so that, they have two exact cards of the layout, but then they have two options to which direction they want to go. But the instructions are all 100% the same. Except for I put my circle down here so I could see more of the flowers, and this one here, because it was just a little bit of a design, then I put it right in the middle. And so you can do either one. Turn some extra lights on here. And off to the side, if you saw a stack of stuff, that is a lot of projects that I've got going on for my mystery stamp that's coming up this Thursday, and then the next mystery stamp that's 2 Thursdays later, because every 2 weeks I have mystery stamps. So I'm trying to get ahead so that I have everything ready to go, so I'm not scrambling trying to get it all finished, everything together at just a few hours before my video. So, and then this one here is just super easy, just cut, layer, put on your card. So not hard at all. So I'm going to set these all kind of up here. I don't really want them completely in the frame, but I want it to be for you to know what's going on. So we're going to do this one first because it's a little bit, there's a few more pieces, what I'm trying to say. All right. And I'm going to try to keep things fairly neat. And so for the happy birthday, I use the Choose Happy and just put them on the stamp together, right, like this. And so I put the happy on first, and then right below it, where'd it go? Right here, I attached the birthday. So, I don't know, there. So I put the happy on first, and I did use a block that had some grid lines on it. This is not our block, but I wanted these sentiments very straight, so I put it on there, and then I added the birthday and put it on the line so that I would know that each of those were straight. So there's what I use for that. And then for this card, I used the hello from that beautiful butterfly. So we have several hellos, but this one here was a little bit bigger. And because it was going right on DSP, I wanted it to be a little bit larger. So set this off to the side. But I did want to let you know what I use for my information here for my card. And this paper is, good gracious, I do this every time. I forget to write it down. This is the Floral Charm 12 by 12 paper. And this one here is that, believe it's the Wildflower, I think. We'll say it's Wildflower because I just dropped it behind me and I'm not going to get that. All right, so, because that wastes time whenever I'm doing a video. All right, so this is Rich Razzleberry, and this piece is 3 1/4 by, let's see, 4 1/4. The DSP is 3, should be by 4, it is. And then I've got 3 pieces here and 3 pieces of cardstock. And let's see, that is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. So all 3 of those. And then this here should be 1 1/4 by 4. So that's 4 and 1 1/4. Exactly. And then we have 2 circles from the Stylish Stitched, maybe frames, I don't know. Stylish Stitched, I cannot remember. I am so sorry, but I can't bring that to my memory. All right, so I'm going to do the back side of these. I have 3? Yes, I do. I'm going to do the back side of these and this. So if I was doing that card, I'd flip these over like that, but I'm doing this card, so I'm going to do the backs and the front of this one. So all it takes is a little bit of stamping, and we're going to use the Blackberry Bliss, and this is Blackberry Bliss, not Rich Razzleberry. I keep trying to make it that, and it's not Rich Razzleberry. I need to learn my colors, but that one just flows. Blackberry Bliss, not so much at times. So I'm going to ink this up, and hopefully that looks good. I'm happy with that one. Put this off to the side. And then I'm going to let that dry a minute before I start layering that. So I'm going to start layering each of these pieces. Put that up there. I'll put them sideways because whenever they're in landscape, I do a much better job. And that way, I'll go ahead and add glue to each piece, and I like to do the corners because that's the most important to me. That way it holds it down even if the sides are not glued. And I know this glue dries fairly quick, but it'll still be tacky enough. So I'm going to do the first one that I put glue on and try to make certain I get that centered well. There we go. That one's done. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Well, I gotta go with it. So it's going to be a different card yet. I'm committed. Didn't even think about that. So don't make the same mistake I did, but hey, I may really like this card. All right, so there we go. Now I'm going to bring in my basic beige base, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Just a normal base. So I'm going to bring these in. If I had another kit nearby, I would have just grabbed the pieces out of it or cut the pieces, but we'll just go with it. We'll wing it. Basically, this is the directions on how to put the cards together, and you've already seen those, and I'll put pictures of those on my thumbnail. I'll have those listed or shown as well, hopefully, if it'll all fit. Now this one here, I'm going to put the bottom, and I'm leaving about a 1/4 inch at the top, and I'm going to do about a 1/4 inch down here at the bottom. And these go clear across. There we go. Scooch that up. There we go. And that should leave room for the center. I'm just going to add glue to the center of this one. Now I'm curious how this card is going to turn out, considering, you know, you just go with it. Even if you make a mistake, you just go with it. And not that that was a mistake. It just wasn't how I was planning to do this, but I might like it really well. So there's that. Now I'm going to grab this, and let's see. I think I glued. Nope, I did dimensionals. I thought I did. All right, so we're going to grab a few dimensionals. I like to add 5 to the back of large pieces such as this. I usually don't shoot videos in the middle of the day because there's so much noise going on in my neighborhood. This used to be kind of the country here. And then put apartments across the road from me. It used to just be empty, wooded area, and they're starting to grow my area. Lived here for a lot of years by myself, with just a few houses nearby. I lived here with my family, not alone, but our house was kind of off by itself, and then now they're everywhere. People are everywhere, and so much noise goes on during the day. All right, so I have this. I'm going to put it down here, considering there's the big flower. So I'm going to show that I'm going to put a couple pieces of my dimensional here. Put it up here beside, because I don't want it to be down here because it may show. And then let's see. I want it a little bit bigger than a mini, but not as big as a regular dimensional. And then I'm going to come right down here. So I'm putting dimensionals right here and right here, so that when I put my circle on, it'll be held, but you can't see them sticking out. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right in here, just in the corner. You don't want to go up too high. This isn't that big of a circle. Then I like to get in that glue and just kind of slide it into place where I want to put it. Get my happy straight. I'm going to sit it down, but I'm not sticking. That looks good. And then now I'll press it. And then there is our card. So look at this. There are 3 options. And in the comments below, you might tell me if you like the first one, second one, or the third one, the one I just did. So they look great, I think. This isn't too bad. It may be a little bit busier than I would like, but it doesn't look bad. So that is another option to go with. So there we go. So I will move on. And another option would be to use this background and that to put on there. So there's 4 options. And I think they're really cute. Okay, so we'll put these up here. All right. And I'll put I'm trying to keep my area clean. All right. So we'll put this up here. I'll need those in a moment. This is super easy. I like easy. All right, so grab my ruler here. I like to give you the dimensions. A lot of times forget to write them down. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I think that's, I try to use a lot of the same dimensions so that it makes it easier doing both these cards. And I could use that same paper. And then this one, of course, is 3 by 4. And then this little strip here is the 1 1/4 by 4. Yep, and that's the same as the other paper. So I try to make the dimensions close to the other one. The only thing is, we've only got one of these where I had 3 different ones, and I had the cardstock behind, and we don't have that. So I'm going to take and add this piece of DSP to the front of this. There it is. And I think you could probably turn this over. You could probably do it that way, except for when you stamp your hello, it's harder to see it. So I try to find a more, not muted, but a very calming DSP-like design so that it would show the sentiment. And if you did want to do it the other way, you would just have to add your sentiment to another piece of cardstock. But sometimes going the quick and easy is nice. Put that down. Whoops. I want to make certain I get the edges. There we go. Bring in I love this color, the Secret Sea. It is my favorite sentiment color now. I like it better than the Memento. The Memento is great for something, especially if you're going to do alcohol coloring. Try to get this straight. That looks good. I'm 2 for 2 today. Most of the time I've practiced it and it has done well. So I'm going to take this piece of DSP and we're going to add it to the back of that Secret Sea. That's the color of this. And I know this is that, I'm pretty certain this is that flowering. I made one of the other of these a different size, but that's okay. We'll make it work. All right. So I'm going to take my ribbon. I see that maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I did it right. All right. So I want to grab a couple pieces of tape. And I'm just using Scotch tape. You could use sticky strip. If you want to use glue, you most certainly can. I just use Scotch tape. It's quick and easy. Trying to get it right on that seam. There we go. Add that tape to the back and see how that looks. And then we'll add this piece when it sits on the card. Let's see, I think I glue it directly down. Trying to do it with minimal supplies so that if you're a beginner, then you would have the supplies. And I like to put some on the tape and the ribbon. This is a piece of our thick basic white. I love thick basic white. I like making a lot of cards with a neutral background like this. I'll turn this over. And I want to center this right in the middle. And like I said, I like doing it horizontal. Look at it. Whoops, I just moved it. That looks pretty centered. Press that down. I'm going to slide this. I'm going to go from this direction because if you go from there, you hit that raised up, little bit of raised up where the cardstock is covering or layered, and it makes it hard to get it underneath this without prying it up. So if you go from the other direction, it just slides on there smooth. So I'm going to take and just make a knot. Try to keep my pieces straight. I'll make it right here, and I'm going to pull it tight and grab some ribbon scissors here. Well, I thought they were, maybe that's my paper scissors. Excuse me. There we go. That looks pretty good there. So I'm going to open this up. I cut mine from the side so I can just slide them out. Grab one of my larger ones. Whoops, come back here. Put it right about there. It's easy to grab my scissors. I have a take your pick tool, but I don't know where it's at, so I didn't put it away. Imagine that. I don't know of anybody else that does that, to not put their supplies away. I have so many things going on. It's probably with something else. So there is our second card for my in-person Make It Monday for today. If you would like a kit like this, just make a purchase from me of at least $35 and I will get a kit out to you. So the paper may not be 100% the same. The background might not be rich raspberry. Blackberry Bliss. See, I keep saying rich raspberry. I don't know. I must have liked that color. It might end up being the color that is this, and I think it's Berry Burst. It might be. I don't know. I have to look and see how much paper that I have and how many kits I have left over from today. But I can always make more kits. So if you want one of these kits to make this Make It Monday, just make a purchase. It's Creative Coach Lisa .stampinup.net, and I'll put the link in the description below this video. And so I'd appreciate your business if you don't already have a demonstrator. I don't want to take anybody from any other demonstrators, so I'll bring these all back in so that you can see all the cards. And there you go. I want to thank you for joining me today for my Make It Monday. I usually don't go that fast through my cards, but these are so easy, just so easy. And so hopefully you will join me again tomorrow for my Technique Tuesday, and then again on Thursday for my mystery stamping. There's an event on my business Facebook page where you can join that mystery stamping. The clues are up on that page, and I also have them listed under the event. So hopefully you'll join me for Thursday and tomorrow for my Technique Tuesday. I'm Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I want to thank you for joining me. And until next time, see you later.